Hey everyone, Matt here. Today I want to share some really valuable lessons I learned from someone with a ton of credibility in the songwriting world. His name is David Gersten. He's written over 2,400 songs, composed 6 symphonies, was part of the National Academy of Songwriters in LA, and he's been writing music since 1979. He's had near misses with major labels, collaborated with top-tier musicians, and even wrote an orchestral tribute to George Harrison. And now in his 70s, he's embraced AI tools like Suno and Midjourney to keep creating. We recorded a 2-hour interview together, but when I went to review the footage, there were huge gaps in the audio across large segments of the conversation. Instead of forcing a broken video, I decided to pull out the biggest takeaways, the ones that really challenge and reshape how we all think about AI music and hopefully give us a little bit more confidence. This is what I've learned from a songwriter who's been creating for nearly 5 decades and who still believes the process, however it evolves, is worth defending. Cool, now we're just going to talk about structure, how David feels about structure. And this is honestly something that I'm putting together. If you've seen my storyboards videos, that I've decided that basically it's important. Structure is important. And one thing David really hammered on was the importance of structure. He made the point that even if you have amazing lyrics or a great musical idea, if your verses don't match in rhythm, pacing, and syllable count, it doesn't matter. The whole song will fall apart. And even with tools like Suno, which are incredibly powerful, you can't fix bad structure. Honestly, it reminded me of a few of the earlier songs that I made with AI that fell apart. I had no idea that Suno took that stuff into consideration, but obviously it doesn't. It didn't feel the vibe was right, but when I listened closely, they didn't really hold together. David said it best: if structure isn't strong, even great lyrics or music can't save it. Cool, and now we're going to take us to the second part. Filtering is part of the craft. This is stuff that we've talked about in previous interviews. I've talked about when I mentioned as part of the tips and tricks is not to go with your first thing, right? David doesn't just create a bunch of stuff and throw it out into the world. He tags every track as either very good or very, very good, and deletes the ones that don't make the cut. It hit me hard because honestly, when you're working with AI, it's really tempting to just post everything you generate. Some songs take a really long time, and we're really tempted to go, what? This is the best I'm going to get. David's urging patience. But he made it clear, curating your best work matters. In his words, you don't serve the audience by showing them every rough draft. It made me think more critically about quality over quantity, especially now when AI makes it so easy just to pump things out. Cool, and if you like this summary so far, there's a bit more to come, but please subscribe to my channel. The more you subscribe, the more subscribers I get. Gives more credibility to bring in really awesome rock stars like this that are able to showcase some of the things they do, and we can sort of learn off of them. Cool, this takes us to number 3, and this is actually the part that really drove home. This is something that really hit me. So this is, pay attention, you guys out there that are struggling with confidence and thinking about its legitimacy. At one point, I explained my own method to him, how sometimes I start by writing a chorus, like I'll write out the full chorus and then use ChatGPT to help me expand it into full verses. I was expecting a little bit of judgment, and I asked him, look, I was kind of humbly like, you're probably, going to judge me harshly for using GPT at all because he handwrites everything. And he said, literally, I wouldn't judge other people for what they do. And it really struck me. It doesn't matter if you're using a pen, a guitar, a typewriter, or AI prompts. If the final song connects with people, your method is valid. Don't forget that either. Hearing that from someone who spent 45 years in the music industry was incredibly validating. He's still bringing all his years of musical instincts into the process. AI just gives him new ways to express what he already knows how to do. As he put it, it still takes a skilled artist to create something meaningful. And that validated how I think about it as well. AI isn't doing the work for you, it's giving you more colors to work with. And I'll end on this one because I don't want it to drag on too much. These are summarized the things that really hit me hard, and I've taken them away and have really stuck in my mind. So I want them to come across. I don't want to go on 80 points. I think we'll stick with 5. If you can imagine it, you can create it. One of my favorite moments was when David talked about imagination. He said that creativity doesn't come from the tool, it starts inside of you. In his words, creativity starts inside you. The tools just help bring it to life. It made me think about how often we give AI too much credit, like it's some magic creator. The truth is, every idea still starts with a human spark. Whether you're playing guitar, typing into ChatGPT, or humming into your phone, the creativity is yours. Awesome, I hope you like this interview so far. Plenty more to come from there. Please take note of the charity I support, the John Fawcett Foundation. They do cataract surgery, cure blindness in that way out in remote villages. They actually take 2 remote ambulances, they bring them out to villages, and they do the surgery on site. 100% rely on donations. You can either donate through my website, AiDIY.tech, or you can go to the John Fawcett Foundation, and the website should pop up here somewhere. Great, I hope you enjoyed this segment. I know we didn't get the interview in there as we all like. Unfortunately, this is going to be part of the podcasting and the YouTubing experience for me, is I'm going to have technical problems. Go ahead and look back in my past videos where I had a 4K camera and it looked like I was filming through my sock. You know, these things happen. I apologize to David out there, but I really appreciate your insights and what you bring to the community. So stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for tuning in.